What's poppin', y'all? FaZe waking up one of the, well, not just FaZe, but an incident with FaZe waking up one of the biggest Karens in streaming was not what I had anticipated for this week. And this all started with the stream that FaZe Adapt, one of the earliest FaZe members, and Maya were doing a stream together. Now, for those that are unfamiliar, Maya, she is like a conservationist. She blew up in the Twitch community, the quote-unquote poggers community, as people would call it, or people used to call it several years ago. She blew up maybe around 2019, 2020. She was doing all this stuff with animals, which she still does, and then this guy, Mizkif, found her, and at the time, I don't know if he still calls his community this, but they were called eggers, because like they were saying like his head was shaped like an egg, and they had this egg emoji, or emote, and he brought her on. He started doing content with her. People liked her. They were dating for a while, and by a while, I think several years or so, but they split up quite amicably. She's never really had, and nobody's ever had anything negative to say about her ever. So after this, she continued to do her own stream. So her and Adapt are doing a stream, and they get ran up on. I'm going to play you guys the clip right now.
Gentlemen or anything? No? Okay.
We're out of here.
Okay. About your set here? Anybody else?
Got him! Hey, if you're out there, you're a live streamer, you're not safe, bro. All right, you're not safe. I'm coming for everyone.
So this happens quite frequently. I think it happens less so now because a lot of the famous streamers that you see, like Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, I wouldn't necessarily say Blackboy Max, they have deals in place with the police departments who now actually acknowledge it. Back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean less than 10 years ago, people were getting swatted constantly, and there was nothing that they could do. Like, they knew that they were there, they knew it was the same person, and it would just keep happening. And I do think this happened more with, like, white streamers, because this happened more with that type of community than the, like, 2K streamers even. Not to say that it didn't happen to them, because it did happen to Aiden Ross frequently as well. Or, yeah, until he got a handle on it. So, this was a prank. Airrack, very, very popular YouTuber, kind of like Mr. Beast-esque. He blew up following a similar formula to Mr. Beast, and he's done a lot of content since. Gigantic YouTuber. And he's been pranking streamers. That's been the newest thing he's been doing as of at least the past 6 months. So some people found this funny, and they just moved on from it. Well, QTCinderella, who is the girlfriend of Ludwig, popular streamer, they've been together for quite a while, she decides to come out and make sure that everyone hears what she has to say about the situation. And she says, not to be this guy, you already know she's about to be that guy, but this ish isn't effing funny. Keep in mind, this girl says she loves comedy, and she said she would potentially be a comedian. She does these shows. I think she started the streaming award show, kind of like, she does her own events, which are pretty cool events, I'm not going to lie. But she incorporates her comedy into them. So she's into comedy. She says this isn't funny. I got diagnosed with CPTSD from swatting. Sobbed as I watched my friends get held at gunpoint. Lost my cat from police busting open doors. Feared for my life with sniper rifles pointed at me. Explain the joke? This ish still happens every day. It's horrifying. People have died. Like, what the F? And this is where, first, we're going to give some empathy, actually. Some understanding some understanding towards QTCinderella's situation. Because some people are just going at her and they don't know what she experienced. So, off rip, I'm going to explain. She's been swatted multiple times. So, I'm going to play you guys the quick short that kind of explains it. And then we're going to go into the multiple instances.
I have diagnosed PTSD from us getting swatted. I'm about to start my stream. I'm pushing the space bar on my computer to get it to turn on. And I see a laser on my hand. And I think to myself, that like someone playing with a cat toy? Like, and I turn, and now it's on my stomach. And I'm like, what? And then I look up, and all I see are lights. All I see are guns. And I hear the intercom, this LAPD, come out with your hands up. And the world went silent for a few seconds. Like, I literally thought to myself, I'm dying. I open the door, and I'm like, I can reason with these people.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I open the door, I'm like, we're YouTubers, because people don't know what streamers are.
Yeah.
I said, we're YouTubers, this is a prank. They're just yelling all sorts of different directions at you, and you think anybody flinches, and I'm dead. Ludwig is still streaming. My roommate calls my boyfriend, he's like, you need to end the stream, come outside. And so he ends the stream really quickly. The person remained on the phone. They see that Ludwig is ended his stream, and they said, I'm coming out now, I'm going to shoot.
So here you could see like, yo, this was, especially the first time it happens, it's kind of crazy. And now I'm gonna play you guys the clip of the details of the first time it happened to her.
And so Ludwig is downstairs streaming, and I am frozen. It felt like if you've ever had sleep paralysis, it's sleep paralysis in real life. Like I'm frozen. So finally, when I have a second to move, I go, and all of our roommates, they had some friends over there playing Smash. And so I'm like, guys, like turn it off. And they laugh at me. They think I'm like being like, you know, like turn off the game, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, ah. And I'm like, no, turn it off. We're getting swatted. Because you like know what swatting is. It's just never happened to you. And they're like, oh. And so they turn it off, and I open the door, and I'm like, I can reason with these people.
Yeah.
Right? Like I open the door. I'm like, we're YouTubers, because people don't know what streamers are.
Yeah.
I said, we're YouTubers. This is a prank. Like, I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. At least they don't care. They start yelling at you, just guns everywhere. All you can see is lights and guns. You're just blinded, and you can
Holy
just see.
shit.
And they yell at you, hands up. They're just yelling all sorts of different directions at you, and you think anybody flinches, and I'm dead. So they get us out one by one. They make us go in a line. Ludwig is still streaming. They're being really mean to me. They're like, stop asking, like, you need to shut up, you need to shut up. Everyone needs to get out of the house. And we're like, okay, we're calling our boyfriend. And so my roommate calls my boyfriend, and he's like, you need to end the stream, come outside. And so he ends the stream really quickly. The person remained on the phone. They see that Ludwig is ended his stream, and they said, I'm coming out now, I'm going to shoot. Hoping that
They would think it was
they have a
him.
more hostile reaction. And yeah, but our other roommate Slime was also sleeping in and woken up, so him and Slime come out at the same time. But since Slime is the last one out, they think Slime is the problem, so they tackle Slime in front of all of us. They have a gun to his head. You're thinking like, my friend is going to get killed in front of me. This is going to cost a lot in therapy. And they leave the door open this whole time. You know, they get us all out. They have to talk to us for quite some time. By the time we get inside, the cat's gone. We can't find the cat anywhere. And so I am sobbing. I'm ballistic at this point. Like, I go out there. I said, please, my cat's gone. Can you help us look? Because they all have these big flashlights.
Yeah.
They're like, no, leave us alone. And I'm like, F you. Like, you did this to us. They're like, you guys need to get a new job. And that was just the first time.
Now, this is horrifying. Imagine you're just sitting there and you see a laser beam on you. And then you see another laser beam on you. And you get people yelling at you, and you're a chick. And keep in mind, I think she's from Canada. If I'm not mistaken, I think she is Canadian. If my memory serves me correct. So this is not a normal thing. And she's not, what I'm saying is, she isn't used to loud, aggressive environments. Not even related to do with police. She probably grew up in a nice neighborhood. So this is the most danger that she's been in her entire life. She said, what the hell is going on? So that's just the first time. And she even says that the first time wasn't the time that she got PTSD. So she was like, yeah, that was a terrible time. And then you can hear her Karen. She's like, oh, you guys are going to lose your job. The Karen coming out of her, just like it came out of her here. That's why I say, and we're going to continue adding on to this, why I think she's a Karen. Even though that I do think she has a right to feel the way that she feels. But when you express it and point out and say this isn't funny, that's when it's like, who are you to say it's not funny? So I'm going to play you guys this clip from the second one.
The worst time, the thing that has pinpointed where my PTSD comes from, is Ludwig had a subathon.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 30 days, 24 hours. He's live, but I'm terrified. I'm like, we're definitely going to get swatted.
And that's going through your mind too. He
The
comes
whole
to you and
time.
says, I'm going to be doing a 30-day live stream.
Yeah.
The first thing you think of is
We just got
30
swatted
days-
a few weeks ago. It's going to happen. It's
30 days of
on edge.
being afraid.
Yeah, on being terrified. So every single night you would see him go to sleep on stream, I would be awake. I was awake every single night, staring out the window, the whole night, the entire night. The people think I'm lying. No, I would not go to sleep until I saw him wake up. Everyone in the house, love those boys, but they sleep like rocks.
Are you getting
essentially.
any sleep?
I'm sleeping during the day, and it's a little bit. I'm not doing well. And then finally, it is Easter morning, and it is 4:30 in the morning, and I'm on day 27. I'm exhausted. I'm like, you know what? I can go to sleep. The one time I wake up 5 a.m. to the lights were so bright through my bathroom window. They lit up my entire room. And again, it's that sleep paralysis. I'm frozen in my bed. And I just hear them, this LAP, come out with your hands up, and you're like just, and every single time you walk out there, you think, someone flinches, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's so many guns every single time. They do not do less guns. And so I'm the only one that wakes up, of course. And so I have to go wake up all the roommates, and I walk past a window, and they go berserk on the megaphone. They're like, come here, we're gonna shoot, go out right now. So I have to crawl. I drop down, I have to crawl to pass the window. I get up, my other roommate just woke up, and I'm like, hey, will you go wake up Slime? I'll go wake up Nick. I go and I shake Nick. I go get Ludwig. I walk into his stream room, I turn off his stream. That's what I do, because he's sleeping.
Yeah.
It's a subathon. So I just walk in as casually as I can, I just turn off the stream. We go out there, do the whole thing again, and it's the third time they've been here, and some of them are the exact same cops. And they don't think to call us beforehand, they don't think anything, you know, and it's just like, it's just so dark and awful. And then we get inside, you know, Ludwig goes back to his stream. We have to pretend like it's normal. Okay, you can either talk about it and say, hey, we got swatted, this isn't okay, and that person wins. They're validated, they've collected
That's what they want.
That's what they want. Or you don't talk about it, and they don't know if they did it, and so they keep doing it.
Oh.
But you do talk about it, copycats.
Yeah.
You don't talk about it, people keep trying.
This one, I do feel a little bit, well, I feel bad generally for anyone that has to endure something like this. It's a terrible experience, but the second time, her anticipating it is terrifying. Because keep in mind, she's anticipating it every single day. Because Ludwig, he previously held the world record for the most subscribers in a subathon. He did like a 30-day subathon, or it was an uncapped subathon, one of those two. And he had like 348 or 350,000 subs by the end of it. This would be the first record that Kai Cenat broke. I think he beat it with Mafiathon 1. It was either 1 or 2. So he beat Ludwig's record. So this guy was streaming every day, and every night she's anticipating this happening. It doesn't happen. And then the one night she sleeps, it happens. That's a scary type of situation. And then she talks about the long-term effects of it, which I'm going to play you guys right now.
Wow. And so ever since then, a car drives by our house, stomach drops. A light is outside our house, stomach drops. I hear helicopters, stomach drops. There have been times I wake up in the middle of the night, shaking Ludwig, saying, we're getting swatted. We're not.
And it's just like...
It's just PTSD. It's just nothing. It's nothing.
And it's that powerlessness, that,
Yeah, I can't
that
do
feeling that
anything.
it could happen at any moment, and that just some random person changed the entire course of your mental health
Yeah.
and you in many ways.
People don't think about it. They think like, oh, this is a funny prank. No, people
Yeah.
have died from getting swatted.
Yeah.
The amount of trauma that you're creating from this prank it's not simple. It's not haha funny. It's miserable. You're changing people's lives as they know it. Like, I don't know when I will be the same. I don't know when I will be able to sleep through the night. I don't. And the option is quit your job, move, do this. And it's like, wow, how can you live with yourself and do something like that? Because haha funny. I don't know. And that's just what happens in this industry. There needs to be something in place, because there are things in place for Britney Spears. Oh, we got a call for Britney Spears' house again.
I think overall, this interview, it was done with Smosh, Anthony Padilla. Really, really great interview. Really good insight into just streaming, her story, which I do think her story is entertaining, even though I saw it happen in real time. But here it's digestible. It's made to be quite short. And it's like less than 30 minutes. So for those of you that are interested how this chick got into the game, you can check that out. But the reason why I say that she's a Karen is because there are probably dozens of things that we can pull from what she did that somebody in the world had a traumatizing experience with and doesn't find it funny. Like, think about how many people in, like, I don't know, let's say food being wasted, right? Or people throwing food at each other. How many people in the world could say, wow, man, like, there are people that, like, I didn't even have food. I grew up malnourished, and you're just throwing around food like this. So she's making it about her. And that's the problem that people have. Like, you're allowed to feel the way that you did. And if he pranked her like this, that's a different story. Or if he pranked people that had suffered from something like this, that's a different story. But people found this funny, and these guys didn't come in guns blazing. I think that would be a different story too. Like them coming in with the ARs, with the damn SWAT team. Like they're coming to raid Diddy's crib in Miami and come out with nothing but baby oil. That's a completely different story. I don't know if this chick is friends with Airrack. I know her and Adapt don't necessarily have a relationship. They're just probably cordial at best. I think she may be friends with Maya, but like, dog, just shut up, sit down, and you don't got to give your opinion on everything, especially when you're that public of a figure and you're like waving the finger like you shouldn't do this because I don't find it funny, when there are things that she's done that people don't find funny either and people find offensive. Like, dog, I think she's tripping off of this one, but I do understand where she's coming from, and that's why I wanted to give enough context for why she feels such a strong emotion to this. It's not just her finger wagging, generally speaking, although she does do a bit of that. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one.